Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Chair Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we are creating another tier list of publisher logos. This is going to be the third one we've done, so there's going to probably be some ones on here that you're like, well, where is this one? Where is that one? But you can go check out our previous videos to see how we tier ranked all those different publishers' logos. And yeah, in the comments below, let us know if there are any that we are obviously missing, should be looking at. They should be S tier ones. But yeah, these are all just what we like. Doesn't mean we like a publisher, don't like a publisher, anything like that. It's just what we think about the logo. And I don't even know that we have games from all of these ones.
Yes,
We're
it's
definitely
getting to
getting
that
into
point.
the ones now. We're doing about 50 at a time. And yeah, we might have another video after this. We'll see. We will see if we get a lot of any recommendations. But yeah, there are going to be some here that we probably don't even have any games from, so might not even know. I know in some of the past ones, some of these logos you can see have white backgrounds, and we've kind of just been like, well, but really, I know what that looks like on the box. Really love it. So
Hmm.
these ones might not have that privilege.
Might not. No. But yeah, we got 50 here, and we will start off with a Snowdale design. This one, as you can see, it's a transparent one, so it's going to be on a black background. I can change the background for this for some of them, and we might have to if they just like really look bad on a black background. But I think this one still looks pretty good. Just put it up into S just so we know which one we're talking about here. I'm not just immediately saying this is the best one of all time. But it is a pretty nice one. You got a little lizard in there, a little zigzag. I like this one. I think this is a pretty strong one to start with.
It is a very strong one to start with, and I think, yeah, for sure, I would put this one at least into the A. I know in our past lists we've had a couple that were in the A most of the video, and maybe snuck their way into S. So that's why you got to stay tuned the whole time, or like I'm guessing many have done, might not even be listening to it at this point. Might have just skipped to the end to see how we had them ranked. But yeah, I think this one definitely would be at least an A for me.
Yeah,
Possibly could sneak up there.
yeah. I don't think it's quite on the level of some that we've seen previously in the S
Yeah,
tier. And that might also be hard to like really keep it in perspective of what it takes to be an S if it's not just from this batch, but overall, it's kind of hard to think of how it actually compares to previous times. And we talked about going back and gathering up all those top tiers and doing a ranking. So comment below if you're interested in that. Next up we have, this was a random one that I picked. We were looking for some. I'm like, I'll just click a random page on Board Game Geek. Went to a game, and I didn't know the game, and I didn't know the company. I just clicked on it, and it had Sneaky Bear. I think it might have been it said like a small Taiwanese company or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's actually a pretty cool logo for the first try at a random page. I thought that was a pretty fun logo. Bear being sneaky, doing a little holding a D20 there.
yeah,
Um, I'd say it's at least minimum a B for me.
yeah. I was kind of thinking putting it in the B, hit it, but it is pretty sneaky, pretty good. It's a fun little logo. Um, yeah, I don't know if maybe it's the fact that it's a red bear. I think for me, maybe it would have been a little higher if it had maybe been a different color, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It's still really good, I think.
yeah. I agree. Ooh, on to Pearl Games, which is kind of got a lot going on there.
It
Um,
does.
you got a bunch of swirlies with blue. You got a shield, golden shield, face on there, some letters, and then a banner with the words. It's not my favorite.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's a kind of a unique one, and it's not. I don't know that it's like a a top tier kind of logo. But I think for me, it would still be like a B tier. I don't. Would you say it's quite a bit lower for you? This one be kind of a C
Um,
or D for you?
I'd be I'd be like B or C probably. I'd probably put it in C, but I'm willing to put it in B. And I guess like a tiebreaker or whatever is just going with the higher of both of our thoughts, just to keep us from debating for 30 minutes on a thing. So I'm okay with it in B. I do like the colors that are in there.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of wins me over is I like that combination of colors. I think it works.
Yeah. On to Studio H. It's a little different. This looks like some sort of phone app or something,
It
camera
does.
app editor.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, I don't. Based on that, I don't think it's like a bad one in that way. But I don't know that it's really something I love for a board game one.
Yeah.
Trying to think, does it deserve to go like down to C in my opinion? I don't know if it's
Um,
that low.
yeah, it's not like it's well done for what it
Yeah.
is.
And using all those colors, it definitely could have gone worse, but I think it works. It's not like too crazy to the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
okay
yeah,
with B. We can revisit if it does become clear that it belongs somewhere else.
yeah,
And then Arrakis Games, which I think is a Spanish company, and they're really using some Dune type of. I think, yeah, obviously Arrakis was in the Dune books, Dune universe, and you got some dunes in there, the moons, and I don't know what relation this has to that, or if they were just somehow able to use that.
yeah.
Um, but this is a pretty
This
cool.
company was the inspiration behind Dune.
That's true. That's true.
Started with this, and then Dune was created all those years ago. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
cool one.
I like what it looks like, and I I think even if say it wasn't connected to that, I think I would like it more. I think the fact that it is
Okay.
connected actually maybe hurts it a little bit, or it
Mm.
appears to be connected. I guess I'm not saying for sure that it is, but appears to be connected to that. I think maybe hurts it a little bit, but otherwise, I like this one. I think the only thing knocking it down for me is that it's just black and white.
Oh yeah.
I think you could have maybe used color.
Yeah. And like I said, maybe they do implement some color when it is on their
Right.
boxes. I don't really mind that it doesn't have color. I like the whole thing except for them having that line going through the entire every letter of games. I think that's a
Yeah,
little weird because it doesn't really work. It doesn't go with the S or the M. It works for
that's true.
B, A, and G, but I just think that's kind of distracting to me. It just looks like you
That's
crossed
true.
out the word.
Yeah, I guess in my mind, I kind of just ignored all that part on the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. So
I feel
without
like they
that,
didn't
I
even
think
need it
it's
to say games. I think
yeah,
they could have left that out
true.
completely, actually.
Yeah. So I'd say this is an A. I
Okay.
I do really like the top half though.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I guess where were you thinking? Where were you thinking of putting it?
I'd probably have put it in the B.
Yeah.
Um, and on a bad day, it could have been C after you pointed out that games because somehow I was just avoiding even looking at that.
That's
It actually made it worse for me.
Yeah, because when I'm looking at the top, like it just kind of seems like it's like clan symbols down there or something like that. But it is letters, so once you told me that I could ignore it, then it went up to an A.
So yeah, maybe with that games, it might have actually gone down to a C. But yeah, like you said, maybe on their game boxes, it might fill in with the background colors versus being just black and white, and then I might enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah. We have Ludonova.
It
That's a
kind of
cool
reminds me of
one.
one we had yesterday. I mean, looks like a
Oh, yeah.
sky of Nova and whatnot, but we had one. What was it? We had one yesterday that I could not tell exactly what it was trying to do or what it was, and I was like, because is it like a person in a suit top
This
like
one,
this? Yeah, what is it? Or am
the
I blanking?
the spaceship. Go on.
Oh, it is a spaceship. Wow, now I see it. I was
Wow.
the way I was seeing it was like a suit jacket, and that was like the neck area, and it was like on a mannequin head, and it was just like a night sky. Is what. But now that you say it, now I can see it. Now I definitely see it. I do like it more now that I can see it. But that was what I
Oh.
originally saw.
Oh. Like the whole dark, like the whole sky is the suit.
Yes, and then like yeah,
Oh.
you can see like the bottom of the spaceship. I
Background.
thought that was like the collar part, and then like the kind of the window of it.
Oh,
I
yes.
saw it as like the top of like a mannequin head, so it
Mm.
was like a suit jacket on that, and I'm like, I don't know what that has to
That
do
is a
with
spaceship. And it's just a
now. I
hexagon background.
now I can see it.
Yeah, if they didn't have the white background built in there, that would have been a little
Yeah,
easier to tell what that was. I wonder
yeah.
what it is like on the boxes. But as a spaceship, I really like this one.
I like it a bit more now that I can see. Now it's very obvious.
Better than the suit
I,
on the mannequin.
yes. But yeah, I think I don't know why it just made. I think it's because it was all full white background, and it was I could not see that that was kind of the smoke coming out of the bottom. It just looked
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, why is it cut off in a jagged way? I don't get that.
yeah.
Okay, then it was not like the one we had yesterday. Now I know what this is.
Where are you thinking for this one? I might put it in A. I also really like this one.
Yeah, because it confused me. I'd probably want to put it in B, but I could see it in A. I could see it in A now. And
Yeah, I
I
think
would be curious to see what this one looks like on an actual box cover.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. You know what this one is? What's this nice word? Twist Games.
Twist games. It looks like a pawn and a cowboy hat combined.
There you go. There you go.
Which I do like it, but in the same way, it kind of is a weird shape. Don't know if it's an appropriate. I mean, a pawn probably is also always kind of an inappropriate looking shape at times, but I
Yeah,
don't know. Do I love this twist games? I don't know how that goes with the hat and that. Unless you're
I don't
twisting
know.
and shouting, hooting and hollering as a cowboy.
That's true. That's true.
I do like how it's combined, but maybe if they had a different name
Yeah.
that went with it a little bit more. I'm probably missing out on that too. Sure, it makes sense, and I'm just not don't know why, but I do like the look of it. This is another one that looks like an app. It looks like
Oh, yeah.
oh you looking at your phone and this is opening up your chess app or something.
Yep. Yep. Chess Ranger or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It is a cool. I really like the combining of those two things. That's really fun. I don't know what Twist is. Um, but the image is good.
the image is good.
I'm between B and A. What are you feeling?
I could see this one going into A.
Okay, okay. I could see it. I like it, and you get the little movement, the action in there of the a little movement
That's true.
dashes and the shadow, and it adds some life to it. Ankama. This one, I don't know if it always like on the boxes. I think I've seen it where it doesn't kind of have the blue background, so it's just kind of the logo on there. This is another one that kind of looks like some sort of computer program, something.
It
I,
does. I don't know. Is it supposed to be two A's together?
I'm thinking so. That's got to be what it's going for.
Or else it's just two boxes. I don't know. Don't know that I hate it, but I don't know that I love it either. I'd probably put this one at like a C for me. Like I said, these are all personal preference, personal taste. Um, Nothing against these publishers.
Yeah.
Or would you put it
I'm
higher?
probably okay with a C. I mean, I like the logo thing. I just I'm not sure what it's doing, and it doesn't like. Like it's not a hat. It's not a hat and a pawn put together where it's like, whoa, that's cool. It's just like, oh, that's a cool shape. I don't know what they're doing with it, but um, yeah, I think a C is a good place. Not bad, just not
Mhm.
something that calls out to us. Oh boy. This one might need a little background. Play Punk,
They
which I think I've seen it in kind of white on a board game box.
hmm.
I forget what game that was, but it kind of had it in a white logo where instead of this purple, I it's kind of a cool logo. This is a cool stamp to kind of have on the box. I
I
actually
agree.
really
This
like it.
it looks like it would be on a like rock band or a Guitar
Okay.
Hero kind of
hmm
game, some music game, punk band. Um, yeah, I think this one works, and I think I don't even know that it would need to be a music themed game that has to be on either. I think it
Yeah.
works for just in general. This one, so shockingly, I could see this one making its way into S, possibly being an S tier.
Oh, making it into S. I don't know.
I
I
think it's
don't
at
know.
least an A.
Yeah, I think it is an A. I think it's an A. I think this one looks very computer chippy kind of looking. We had a couple in previous episode that are kind of like that, kind of remind me of this. I think this one is, I forget
Yeah,
what it was. It's better. It's not the last one. I know that for sure. I forget. Might be my favorite of the bunch.
yeah. I like that it's a weird shape. It's not just a
Yeah.
rectangle.
Yes. Ooh. We should just leave that right there. Lumberjack Studio. Game Carvers.
I think the game Carver's little extra slogan there wins me over.
I mean, but should they have put some more game related stuff in there? Like tried to like a lot of times they try to sneak like dice icons or things in there. Like I look at this, I'm like, what is this? Is this like shirt company? Is this an axe
Mm.
company? Is it deodorant company? What is this? Um, that's
But
just
I mean, what games do the rest of these have outside of the pawn cowboy hat?
that's true. That's true. But I don't know. I feel like they are kind of lending themselves to the board game culture where this one has its whole other world
What
of
about the flapjacks game?
November. That's true. The Flapjack game that is should be designed by this company.
Yeah, this one could go in B or A probably. Um,
I
I think
think
it's
it's
a
an A.
pretty solid.
It's a really good logo. It's the only I guess yeah, just as a logo. Oh, this it could sneak into S. It could sneak into S. We'll put it in A for now, but
Ooh,
I could see it moving up because I immediately like it.
mhm, I would agree.
Um, ooh, we have a catch up games. So some sneaky eyeballs looking to the side.
I cannot not see that being Cartman as the coon from South Park.
Oh no!
I cannot not
No,
see that. That's all I've seen since I've seen this
it's
logo.
even his head shape. It's so wide. It's perfect. I didn't
That's
see
all
that.
I've seen since I've seen this logo.
Wow. That's all I'm gonna see now. I never saw that before. Thank you so very much to ruin this logo. No, it does make it better, I think. Um, so now I'm like, oh, that's all. We need a new tier above S for the coon.
I think that's what actually helps it for me a little bit because otherwise I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, but
Yeah,
the letters are like the text isn't like the most exciting for me, I would say.
I,
The font.
it's not the worst font. I actually like it how it's kind of got the outline, a little depth to it. Um, but yeah, I like the eyes as well. It's something a little different. But yeah, I guess I mean with Cartman, I would probably maybe put this up to an A, but otherwise it could be B, probably high B.
Yeah, I can see that. Put it in high B. Well, it has to go behind the sneaky bear. He's not giving it. Oh, he
Yeah,
gave up
you
his
get back.
spot.
You get back. Now the eyes are looking up looking over to the bear. Oh boy. Road to Infamy, R2I. Very simple logo. Very kind of mo funky, modern looking type of logo. I don't know. It's not too distracting on the box, I assume. Do we have any games from them?
Fromage.
Fromage. Yes, I have not seen that, but
I don't remember what that looked like on the cover.
hope it's
I
the
don't remember
Fromage
where it
cover. I
is.
hope it covers the whole box.
Wow, 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 this guy. I like this one actually a decent amount. I like the colors that they used,
Yeah.
and then just yeah, Road to Infinity R2I I think works. Um, I think I like that they use a lowercase I. Could have used an
Yeah.
uppercase one, but I think the lowercase kind of yeah just makes it work so that you can kind of have the that both the sides there kind of rounded instead of
Oh, yeah.
pointed.
Yeah.
Um,
Then you don't
but
confuse it with a one or something like that, because when I was
no,
typing for the file, I did R2 1, and I'm like, that's not what it is. It's R2I. So I'm already confused.
yeah, I think this one though probably be like a high B for me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'd probably put it into B. It's just it doesn't do too much for me, but it's neat. I like how it's kind of like the lines connect in the middle with the R and the two. It's a cool thing. Oh boy, Hurricane. Looks like it should be on some old VHS tape or DVD.
It does. Do you
Um,
like that it's Hurricane versus Hurricane?
oh, I don't know which I would have liked more. I I like the kind of little sight that you get of the whirlwind, the hurricane.
Would you have liked it better if it was called Twista?
Yeah, swap it with that Twist Games, and we got a banger here. Maybe that's what Twist Games is. Maybe this is Glenn Powell's character in Twister.
That
You
could
got the
be. It
hat.
could be.
Um, yeah, Twista Games.
Hurricane. I don't. I do like the idea, but I don't know if it quite works.
Yeah, I mean, I just yeah, it does not look like a board game thing. It's like a
You know.
camera logo or something, and it does look very old. And maybe there are better options, better pictures of it, but I it seems recognizable though. I mean, I like it when I just initially see it. I'm like, oh, is that a cool logo? And I
Yeah.
look at it, I'm like, ah, it looks old, so I'm between C and D. What are you thinking?
Yeah. It could maybe go into D.
Yeah, I mean, D is the red category. It would fit right in.
It's true. That's why we made it that color. Watch out, GMT Games.
Yes. Ooh, Pops and Bijou Games. So this looks like a little jellyfish with a mohawk blowing a bubble. It's really cute. I like it a lot.
I like this one a good amount,
Oh,
and
and
yeah,
the and is like a little lightning bolt at the end of it. Ooh,
it's a fun, pretty fun logo. I think this one could be S tier.
yeah, yeah.
It's definitely different, and yeah, I'd say S or A tier.
I can't think of anything bad about it. I think this one is our first S tier.
Ooh, because yeah, I think it works with even I know we have some where we get like a some sort of image, and then we have kind of the text maybe going off, and
Yeah.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think this time it does work.
Yeah, true. I think it's a good size there, and I like that you can see the face through the bubble as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's kind of blue. Oh, so much good stuff there, and a mohawk, of course. Ooh, what is this? Gigamic. www.gigamic.com. Yeah, mm, it's all right. The guys are cute there, crawling around.
Yeah, the guys are cute, but yeah.
I don't know if I like big black box logos.
Hmm. I feel like they could have at one point just had it without the guys on there, and they knew then
Oh
that it
yeah.
was not very good.
Oh,
Uh,
that would
and
have
then
been straight D tier.
added them, but I don't know if they save it. 'Cause they're almost covering up part of the word. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need it
Maybe a
more focused on
C.
them. Cut off some of the stuff, like they have the website on there. It kind of makes the box, and the box goes even further to the right, and it's just even more black space. Um, I like the characters, but this might be another D tier.
Oh, he's putting it all the way down to D.
I mean, I like them. They might
I gave it the C, but yeah, I can see the argument for D definitely.
without those guys, there's nothing. I'm like, I
Yeah,
like the characters. Like you go to a movie, it's a terrible movie, but it's like, oh, that one actor, that character was fantastic.
it's
But I
true.
can't stand that movie. Uh, We'll see. We'll see. They could move up. They're trying to climb their way up.
No one also had some red in it. Sneaky Bear somehow
True.
snuck his way out of the D.
That is true. Watch out, Sneaky Bear.
GMT games. I think it's a pretty solid one for just being text and being a stop sign.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But I mean,
I think it's B. I think it's
like
B. I mean, or what did you say?
when you think of something like AEG, very similar, just kind of three letters, main letters that pop out on a red background. That one does a lot more with it. Not that you have to do a lot more,
Hmm.
because I think I agree here. It's not bad. And it's kind of crazy to say, oh, this one's higher up than Gigamic when Gigamic put seemingly a lot more effort into that. And it's like, what, there's that two tiers below it? This is just letters in there. So now I'll put Gigamic up a little bit because now I'm feeling bad. Like those characters are a lot better than, more interesting than anything in the GMT logo.
But then you look at the Hurricane, and that does have some
That's true.
good action going on. But yeah,
Yeah, if Hurricane was a little clearer in this picture at least, I think I would have it better than GMT. I'm not a huge fan of the GMT.
you'd have it lower.
I'd probably put it in C, but we can have it in B.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's not offensive. Like I'm not gonna see it on a box and be like, oh, that logo or but just seeing what else can be done, like the pops up here in top, I'm like, just not
It's true. I
enjoying.
mean, I look at some of the other Bs, and it's probably not actually at that level.
Yeah.
It could be high C, maybe.
Yeah. I'll put it down. We'll put it high C. High C, not bad. It's not bad. Ooh, White Goblin Games. It's it's a pretty cool logo. It's a pretty solid one.
I like this. I like this one. I think the colors all work. They make the White Goblin pop.
Yeah.
So I think it does work in this case, even though it is kind of some of those oranges and reds that I feel like sometimes I don't always like
Yeah.
mixed with the white and stuff. But I think it works here. I guess I don't. He's playing cards. Is he supposed to be in something?
Is he like a dealer or something at the
Could
table putting them
be.
out there? But
I
he
guess
looks
that's the only thing I don't really know. But
looks very sneaky. He or she, I guess, is that long hair on there. I'm not
could
sure.
be.
I don't know what goblins are or anything like that. So,
Yeah,
um,
this one could be an S tier for me.
you're thinking S tier? You're thinking I like. I don't
I
know if
think
like
it's
the
fun, unique.
character is something that I'm like, oh, goblins, oh, that's cool or fun or anything, but it is really well done. So I'm fine with S tier.
Okay,
Looks nice. I think there is it seems White Goblin Games. It seems like that's something that could have been a terrible, terrible logo,
that's true.
but it is great. Ooh, speaking of great, or speaking of terrible, what are they? Ivy
IV
Studios.
Studio.
Ivy Studios. So you get an I and a V.
I like this one. I like this what they're doing here quite a bit. It's because it's an I and a V. Once you know that, it's kind of like, oh, that's really clever that they did there.
Yeah.
And then also, like, even if you didn't, I don't know, I'd probably think like, oh, it's some sort of plant or whatever. And
Yeah.
I think even if that was the case, it looks still pretty good. I like the two colors that they used here.
Yep, yep. I do as well, and for some reason, I feel like comparing it to the Road to Infamy logo. I don't know why, just kind of simplistic, couple kind of weird, funky style symbols and letters, and I think I do prefer this one by quite a bit. Yeah, just like you said, like you could look at it and it's like, oh, it's like a plant or something. It's a logo that it can say something if you know what it is, and it's clever, or it can just be a cool looking thing.
I think it's a this tier.
Yeah, I for just a pure symbol, it does probably deserve to be there. Ooh, what do we got here? Pythagoras. Pythagoras.
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras. So we got some cubes. We got a little red cube, medium blue cube, big green cube, and some black space in between, in the void.
Yeah, I think this one's a C or D for me. I I don't know. It's just not getting me excited. It does not get me that excited. It's not like bad, but it's not
It's another one. It looks like a computer logo.
an old school thing.
I'm like all the ones down in the bottom kind of just have that look. It's like, well, these don't look like board game logos.
Look like an old computer game.
But there's something drawing me in with that kind of black
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
center. That void is like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my
Yeah.
brain and I like kind of polyomino games and just spatial imagining. So I'm like, oh,
And I'd probably like it more on the boxes themselves where
yeah,
it's probably not on a blank white space.
yeah, yeah. We'll put it there. We got a big logo here.
Shadowbone.
Shadowborn Games. It's a pretty solid one. That's a pretty solid one. They're going for a lot of very artistic one here.
It definitely is more of an artistic one. It's like, oh, I feel like if I'm going to play their games, it's going to be some story or something
Yep.
you're going to be
Big
told.
story, campaign, 300 hours of investment. It's, I think it's pretty good. I think it's
It is pretty good.
Might
I,
is this another S tier? I think an A tier at least.
yeah, yeah. I didn't think I'd like this one as much as I am as I'm looking at it, but yeah, I think for me it'd probably still end up in A currently.
Yeah. I guess it depends. Is that eye open and it's a creepy eye, or is it a closed, calm eye? Because that is all the difference.
It's a creepy eye, Pepper.
Oh gosh, well that's an F tier. That's not even on the list. F
Get
ain't
it
even
off.
here.
It's haunted.
Tell us if we need to make an F tier. Okay, Steam Forged Game. It's got the SFG in the wheel there, the cog. Ah, I wish there was a little more detail with the cog. It just feels
Mhm.
a little too basic, just being filled in solid shape like that. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
still
it's not my
good.
least favorite. It makes me think of, oh, Euro games or something, but I don't think they even necessarily do Euro games. I don't think that's what they're known for. Um, but I like the kind of engineering kind of feel to
Yeah.
it, but I think this is kind of similar to what was it, the one we saw yesterday where it's got the three letters, but then it's also got its name on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know that I like them both on there in this case.
Yeah, because there really isn't that much else other
Hmm.
than the letters, so
Like you said, I
I
feel like they
agree.
might have put the name there just because it's kind of just that one cog. I don't know if maybe if they had made it look like it was like moving or something, gave it some action
Oh, yeah.
things like it was spinning, or like added a small one or two in there and made it look like they were, spinning and
I
off
think I
each
would
other.
like that more. Like if you had one on the top, one in the bottom, and like no letters in there, and kind of gave more detail in the center of the cog, and then just had Steamforged Games underneath it. I think that would look. I think I'd like that a little more.
Yeah,
But
I think
it's
this one would be a
still. I'd say it's
low
still.
B, high C, maybe.
Um, Yeah, I'll give it a low B. I'll give it a
Okay,
low B. Still interesting. Ooh. Splatter games make really heavy games, right?
I think so.
And they have an otter here, and he's kind of breaking the frame a little bit, playing with dice.
I do like this one. I don't know that I've ever actually seen their logo before. Uh, but yeah, I do like the old otter and playing with the dice there. But yeah, I wonder if it's always green like this. I'm
Mm.
not sure. Um,
It's yeah, I don't know if we've really seen any logos that are like that color.
you know, it's a strange choice of a little bit of strange choice of a color, but it might work just because it stands out. Because like you said, don't know that I've seen anyone else really use that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually I like the color. I'm starting to really like the color actually, and maybe it's just because it's right next to that purple. I think they work together pretty well.
no, that's true.
I guess
Might
yeah.
be
The only
playing off that a
question
little bit.
here is that his belly there in the
That
center?
was the one piece I'm not sure that I like. I
Like a
don't know
little
if that's his
bop it
belly or a button.
from like one of those kids games where you bop it and it rolls the dice. That's what I'm
Yep.
thinking. Even though that is
I was
not his
thinking I
belly.
was thinking the same thing. I was thinking trouble. I was like, are you smacking that popping it and that's why there's a die there? That
Uh,
was the only thing
I don't.
smacking making me like, oh no, I don't know about this.
But I don't think splatter games utilize that piece
I
there
don't think
yet.
they have yet.
But even with that, I I kind of like this in S tier. I love otters. They're adorable. Got an otter calendar
Okay, and you
right
put
there.
play punk behind it, so it's got the purple on both sides.
That's true. We got to get the perp. I
That
guess,
one doesn't
I guess
work as
yeah.
well as
No, it
Ivy.
doesn't. Where would you have ended up putting it?
I could have seen that one being a mid to low A for me.
No. Okay. Okay. I love play punks up there, and lumberjacks should be up there. And if lumberjacks is up there,
Yeah, you could put play punk back down. I was just trying to see
Luda,
the purple on both
Ludo
sides.
and Arrakis should be up there. Okay, well, something's moving up there. I know that.
Ludo and Arrakis should be up there. Wow, wow.
Ooh, Rose Gauntlet Entertainment. We got the Thanos Company. Which I mean, don't pretend like you're not going for Thanos here. I didn't see this until after I saw Infinity War, and I'm just assuming it's created after. Um, yeah, good colors. Love the pink. Love the blue. The gauntlet. Got a
Love the
rose.
name.
Rose gauntlet. Yeah, that's a great name. Oh boy, Javi's going crazy. Javi loves. He's barking. I don't know if
He
it's.
loves
Yep,
the Rose
he
Gauntlet. He's
loves the
like, give
rose
me the
gauntlet.
Rose Gauntlet.
He's like S tier, S tier.
Yeah, I think this one's S tier.
I would agree. I think Javi and you are correct. This is a fantastic one. I think they did the kind of North America nature game. I forget what it's called that you got me for Christmas. I think that's the only Rose Gauntlet game
Mm.
that I have played, and I love looking at that logo. So S tier all the way.
Just staring at the game.
Next up, we have Paper Fort Games.
I'll
I
say right
think,
away, this one would look pretty solid as like a sticker
yes,
on the
I
back of a
want to put
clip.
that right here on my computer. I want to put that right there. This is a fantastic sticker. Looks like a sticker. And it's a fantastic logo. I think this is S tier.
I agree. I like the colors. I like the setting that it has there.
Yeah.
I I can't say. I mean, it's not a normal rectangle, which
Yeah.
always helps. This kind of the sun is breaking through the barrier there, which is, I mean, it's got a lot going for it. A lot of good things.
Not a good
So
sticker.
yeah, I can't argue against S tier there. Good
Yeah.
colors.
We got to get some of their games.
I know. I don't know. Do we have any?
There was one that I knew. I'm like, when I first got these, I'm like, I'll remember all the individual games of these ones that I otherwise don't know, and now I forgot them all. But there's one game that I know of them. I don't know if we've played it,
Mm.
but we'll have to get it. Oh boy. Then we have Hegemonic Project. Revolutionary Games.
The boy Seth Rollins,
It is.
a revolutionary. I think these guys did Hegemony.
I believe so. And then name the company after it, or vice versa. It's an interesting decision. It always makes me be like, it's a little too cute. for me,
But
but
it's not about the name
no good.
necessarily. Not 100% anyway. But yeah, it looks like what is it, like a brain split in two?
Brain. It's a brain. He did it. He got it. It is a brain split in two by what? Is that
A pawn?
a pawn, a
Chess
chess
piece?
piece type of thing?
Oh yeah, I did not initially see that.
It's like I thought it was a trumpet.
Well, I just thought it
It
was like the
it
movement of like, oh, it's
no,
breaking apart, and then I didn't really
no.
understand why it was breaking apart.
Actually,
Left brain, right brain.
could be a trumpet. Now that I'm looking at it,
It could be a trumpet.
but probably a pawn. The pawn could be a little clearer that it is.
Yeah,
I think just kind of it might get a little too lost, like in the top.
I would agree.
Bottom. So maybe just a little bit there, but it's a pretty cool logo.
Yeah, probably because it gets a little lost, and I didn't immediately see that, and it just kind of seems like a ripped apart brain. I'm like,
Like I could
that's
see
maybe
what
like B tier for me. I like the
yeah,
coloring that they use. I think it
yeah.
works.
I don't think like brain is like, oh, cool brains. I don't know. It's a little off-putting sometimes could be. And yeah, if you don't catch it that it is kind of the brains, I could see thinking those are lungs as well.
Yeah, maybe
Looking
it
at.
is.
But that's gotta be brain. Gotta be brain. Yeah, I would say B tier as well. It could move up into A. It's trying to think compared to what's in B and what's in A. It's probably right on the line, right in
Hmm,
between, I would say.
I'd agree.
Oh boy, we go from Seth Rollins, the Revolutionary, to the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. Now we got Dice Tree Games, which I like the tree. I like the tree a lot. Like, I don't know if it'd be better if it was just the tree. I've seen some logos where maybe there's a little more detail, but I think this is the kind of official one that was on there. I like it.
Yeah,
Just kind of seeing those cubes in the background on the branches.
yeah. I think if maybe it was a little clearer, cleaner, I'd like it a little
Yeah.
bit more. Just a little kind of unfocused for me, I think.
Yeah.
So for me, this one, I was kind of thinking like C, but you probably like it more than that.
Yeah, I'd put it probably in B. I don't know about the font for the letters.
Yeah.
Speak of another wrestler, this looks like a Viper Randy Orton Snake Fang font for the letters, and I don't know if that matches with a nice dice tree. So I
Yeah.
would probably put that in B as well, probably close to hegemonic. We got the OG. Which I guess I could shout out the OTC Roman Reigns if I'm just making wrestling references. We got WrestleMania on right there, so it's on the brain. That is.
We got a lot of these logos left.
We got OG Osprey Games. I guess
There
Osprey
is
is a
also Will
wrestler.
Ospreay.
Yes. This is a cool logo. I mean, just letters. I think I've seen it on some boxes. It just works. Kind of how the letters are offset in size and kind of height. It's pretty cool, and they kind of merge together in the middle, but not too much.
Yeah, I think it works. Initially, I would have thought like, oh, it looks kind of like a dietitian kind of or a label on a
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Looks like 0 grams or something.
Yeah.
Uh, but no,
Yeah, that's
I
that's
like
what
this one quite a bit. I think it works. And I could this one's probably at least A tier for me.
yeah. I was thinking A. Yeah. Probably yeah, probably mid to high A. Ooh. I do have stickers of this because they put them in every game that they sell. Big Potato Games, which the stickers come in various ways. Sometimes the potato's a little different. I It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. How cute is it? Is it S tier cute? I don't think it's quite S tier cute.
I feel like the stickers are hurting or not hurting. It's making me think it's better than it is, I think.
Yeah.
Knowing
And
they send stickers, it's like, oh well, it's got to be a great one because I think it. But I don't. I think it is still good, even though. So I'm trying to find the right mindset of what do I actually think of this logo on a
true.
board game box. Uh,
And the stickers are huge, so I'm like, it's not that big on the box. So I'm like, oh, it's a huge thing on the box, but it is not.
This one's probably A or B.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was between those two as well. Oh boy, we're double layering one of these things. I'll put it into A.
Ooh, Big Potato
Let's
Games.
see. Okay, then we got, oh boy, we got some controversy here. We got Fun Forge.
I think we're gonna have some more controversy
Yes, I was
later on.
debating
Uh,
having more, but there's even more coming next episode if that happens, we got some big controversy. Let's see.
what wrestler is Fun Forge, Pepper?
Fun Forge, that is Jay Uso right there.
That does look like he's about to eat. It
Um,
is a fun thing. And yeah, disregarding that, I think they're out of business now. Uh, I think they sort of got their stuff delivered, some of it maybe, but yeah, it is fun. It is fun. It
I
does
like
stick
it.
to their name.
It's given me feelings of the Portal logo, where it's kind of
Mhm.
this kind of rounded square type logo, bright, warm color. I really like this logo. I'm like, it's could. Is it S? I guess I don't even know what the thing is. It's like some sort of creature. Is it like a bird or whatever? I
I feel
don't
like
know
it's like
what
some
it
sort of
is.
flame creature, like it's coming off
Oh,
the
yeah.
forge, just spark off the
Oh, that's
forge or
true.
something. Fun forge,
That
maybe.
is true. The Forge, that makes sense. He's kind of got that little spark off of him there. That's a pretty cool one. That is a pretty cool
Yeah,
one.
it could be S tier, especially since I don't always love when they have like the name next to some of it. It's like
Hmm.
I'd almost rather it just be the kind of symbol representing.
Yeah.
And this one does have a pretty solid one, but I think the game kind of fits on that edge there, goes alongside pretty well. So yeah, I could see this one being
I
S
could
tier.
see it. I could see it. We'll put it up there for now. Ooh, another spaceship.
I can see the spaceship here, Pepper. I can see it.
Well, I hope so. Very Blockus Arcus logo.
It is
Uh,
very Blockus.
I like the spaceship, and I kind of like the whole blocky nature of it. I don't know if it can really get that high in my rankings though. I don't know. It's a little big. Like I
Yeah.
maybe if it was just a little simpler, like if it was just a spaceship, maybe make that into more of an A looking thing and have that be like the official logo. And then
Hmm.
just elsewhere have the Arcus.
Yeah. I I like that it's at least kind of the same shape as all. They're all
Yeah,
squares, kind of, with pieces taken
that's
out,
true.
pretty much. Um, but yeah, it's also not one that I get like super excited about. It's pretty middle of the road, so I'd probably end up putting this one in B. I think it's still
Yeah.
solid. It's not doing anything bad for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool how they are able to make all the letters with just these little notches taken out of them.
mhm.
Pretty cool. Oh boy, then we have the OP.
Another time to mention the OTC.
Yes. Yeah, what was the other one? The OG. So
OG.
it's the OP versus the OG. The OP looks like some sort of TV channel, the
It
Oprah
does
Winfrey
look
Network.
like it does. I think I actually like it. I think I like it more than the OG.
You like it more than the OG.
I
Yeah,
think
they're
it works,
pretty
but I do
different.
see what you're saying about it looking
Yeah,
like a television show, a morning show or
yeah,
something. I can definitely see that in that, but I think it works for me.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
I like the shape of the
yeah,
square. I like that the is in the O. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say it's S tier, but I'm okay with it in A
yeah. They're
tier.
probably right about the same.
Yeah, blew out a little bit here. Oh boy,
In oh boy,
this is
massive.
a bracket breaker here. My goodness, impatience. So they do the Oniverse of games.
Ah.
I like the dots above the eyes. I really like those. I am not a fan of the P.
So you like the dice, but you don't like the card.
I do not like the card or domino or domino. These could
I guess
all be dominoes for all we know. Um,
that's true.
but I
I
like,
initially thought the opposite, but then I was like, they are good.
You were thinking you
Nice.
like the
I love
P,
the
but you don't like the eyes?
yes originally,
Oh,
but both of them I don't know. I still don't know that in full I like it that much.
yeah. I
We had one that kind of instituted a die last time that was
That's
one that
true.
we really liked, and I
That's true.
don't think
That
it's
one
even
was
close to that one.
no, it is not.
So
I wouldn't argue. I
I'd probably put
I
it in
wish it
like
was
C.
better. Yeah, I was. I'd probably see. I really like the dots. I like the dots, but I don't know if I like it as a whole. It's a very long word, and I kind of like kind of how the P is bigger. I like whenever they do that with a word where one letter will be like raised up a little bit or bigger or something.
Hmm.
But I just don't think it quite makes it. But it is a lot smaller on the boxes, and it's probably doing it not really any favors, making it gigantic in this setting. Ooh, we move on to Final Frontier Games.
Which
Okay.
is now a company that is
Uh-oh.
also out of business, going out of
Uh-oh.
possibly going into
Well,
bankruptcy.
that means it's in S tier. Uh,
If we've learned anything from last video, it means it's an S tier in this video. Uh, yeah, I don't. It looks like a very old font. It looks old.
yes. I don't know why with these kind of these gradients or these shiny type of fonts, why sometimes they just immediately look old. I don't know what it is about it. Because there's a lot that look great that are like that, but like this one and the R&D games from last video, it's just like for some reason it looks old, and that one looks old. They took the sun from the Rio Grande logo and they put it with a bunch of rings around it, turned it into an atom or something. I like the rings are cool. I like that they do have like multiple rings within each ring. I think that's pretty cool instead of just like one line. But yeah, it does feel old. I'd say C tier maybe. It could be D just because of the old feeling it gives me.
Yeah, I think the more I look at it, the more old it looks. And I would probably end up putting it into the D because just because I think I like the idea that they're going for, and it could
Yeah,
be
it could be.
really good. I feel like this had the potential to be like an A or S tier one
Absolutely. Wasting
with what
their
it's
potential.
doing.
We're not angry, we're just disappointed. Final Frontier games. Yeah, Hurricane needed some company. On to Riot Games.
Got the Nux.
Got the nuts. So they did the Mechs vs. Minions or League of
Yeah.
Legends, Riot Games.
I couldn't remember who did that one because I saw it on the shelf when we were looking for them. And I was like,
Mhm.
I think it's the actual
Mhm.
company, and that
So
is Riot Games, but
kind of cheating putting that in here, but they have one board game, and
and they
I
have a
really
really
like
good
it.
logo. It is really good.
I really like that font. I really love that fist. That could be. Is that another S tier?
I would put this in S tier. I think it's a pretty solid
I
one.
agree. I agree. And we have a Grail Games.
See this
Good
one?
Grail. Good
Yeah,
Grail.
the Grail, just a tad bit old, but it doesn't quite bring to the oldness of Final Frontier. I think that
Yeah.
really shows because it does look a little old, but it doesn't look like that old. So
Yeah.
I think it's yeah, it's pretty good. I like that it's kind of sitting on a black box that has Grail Games, and they used kind of
Mhm.
that gold again on the bottom of games and
Mhm.
separated with the white. So I think in full, it's pretty solid. I'd
Yeah.
probably put it at a B.
Yeah, I'm thinking B as well. I think it could just be tweaked a little bit to in different places it seems to
Yeah,
really bring it up because I think it's a great idea.
yeah. I think it's another one that could be S or A,
Yeah.
but there's
I
just a
agree.
few pieces about it that just make it give it, I don't know, snag it down just a little bit. Not
Yeah,
quite as clean as it could be.
I agree. Ooh, another this looks like a movie production logo.
It does.
Thundergriff Games. It's a cool one. It's a cool. We got the little Patriots logo or an eagle coming in from the side. I don't know.
I I like this one.
You, it doesn't feel like board games though.
But that is fair.
But it is still a good logo.
I think I'd put it in A. I don't know that I like it enough to say that it like goes into S, but it is a very solid logo. And yeah, I don't know. It does seem like a movie production company. One of them that would pop up during right before the movie starts.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm good with it in A. I agree. All play games. You just got all play in a font on a blue background. It's a good font. It's inviting. It's friendly.
Hmm.
I don't know though. I guess yeah. What does it look like on the box? Oh, so they kind of get the blue background there. Hmm. It's a nice place to put it on the box. I do like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on every box like that,
Yeah.
but
It's
yeah, it's
I
actually
don't
pretty clean. I think it's an A. I wouldn't have thought that necessarily,
think
but
A. You think A? I was thinking B because I'm just like because now I'm looking at ketchup games. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, we can put it. I mean, it goes to you if you have the higher ranking for A.
you think it's B though, huh?
There's just not much, at least in this picture. They have too much background in this picture. I think that makes it look worse because
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's pretty simple. That's all.
It is pretty simple. So I mean, it could go into upper, higher level B.
You like it as which do you like more, Grail or All Play? I feel like just the
That's
I don't
true.
know.
That does make it seem a little bit more boring.
But I mean, I don't know. I like it. Like I said, it's very inviting. We can put it in A. We'll put it in.
I think you go to B. You can put it into
Okay,
B.
we'll put it in D.
Go right behind the Final Frontier. Keep them company.
Ooh. Stone Blade Games. Awesome name. Awesome name. I think they mainly have Ascension, kind of their big game. And I was like, this logo's really cool. We haven't played any games, but I want this logo in here. You got that sword coming down, and it kind of juts out into each of the letters, and it works so well. I really like this one. Also looks like a production company of movies.
It does. I guess could you zoom into that one a little bit more?
Yep, we
I don't
can
know if I've
do
seen
that.
this one. Okay, yeah.
It's got some good detail.
I
I
like
thought
that
it was
quite a
going to
bit.
look old when I zoomed in, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my only worry. I don't know that I've seen this one in person. So I was like, oh, does it look old? Does it look like clip arty?
Oh,
But
yeah.
no, it actually looks pretty
And a
good.
little ruby in the center.
Yeah,
I
gives
think
that
this
little
might
pop
be
of
S
color.
tier. This might be another S tier.
I'll let it go into S.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna owe him a favor now, putting that up there. Oh boy. Scorpion Mask. The, it's a nice little sticker that they put on a book. So that's making me think of.
I'd like
Um,
if there's a scorpion on it.
well, he is. He's behind the mask there. Can't you see his body behind there?
That's true.
It's cool. I like the
It's
mask
true.
and
I do like the mask.
the font there, kind of fancy. Look, it's pretty good actually.
I'd put this one in A, I think.
Yeah, I
It's a
agree.
pretty solid one for being just kind of a red circle.
Yeah.
It works. And yeah,
Yeah.
using kind of that fancy font could sometimes get away from you, but I think it works with the
Yeah,
mask.
I agree. Because just a big, bold red splotch on a thing could be very upsetting to some like us, where it's just like, why did you cover up with this huge, annoying red thing? But it looks good. And it's on one of our favorite games of all time. Go back and watch any video to find out what that is. Ooh, Whiz Kids. The the eyes. Do the eyes have it?
I don't know. I do like it. Do like what they use there, and it is a fun little thing, not trying to do too much, and you can still easily read it. It does not make it like hard to read. Um, so that's always good. Um, I don't know, it's probably a B for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it does too much to like get to a top tier. It's definitely not a bad one, so I wouldn't really have an issue to put it down into C or lower. So
Hmm.
I think B is probably the right place.
I would agree.
Ooh, Birdwood Games. So they did Parks, I think, correct?
They do parks or
Do
the
they do Parks?
dog park?
Or Dog Park. Dog Park. Yeah, so it had a park in it. Pretty cool, very naturey type of thing. Very fitting for if they did do parks. It would have been a very fitting logo. I like it.
Yeah, it's very simple. And yeah, just got some wood there, Birdwood Games.
Yeah.
I
I'd probably put it in A, I think.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in A as well. It's kind of something that it's like, oh, I could see that as like a stamp. He'd
Oh,
stamp that
yeah.
onto, or yeah, it could just be a stamp, I guess.
Yeah.
Put that. I was initially thinking like an actual like ink stamp,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it could also be a stamp on a postage
Could
stamp.
be. What do you think about the I not being capitalized? Did they need to do that? It's kind of weird.
It is a little weird. I don't think they needed to. I think it would have looked fine with a capital. I'm not
No,
sure. There's some reason they did that. I don't know.
absolutely no reason just to get us to question it. Oh boy, where does Funko Games go? So they made some Funko games, so we can do this one. That is,
We're going just like Riot Games. We're using the original Funko logo, which is the main thing here because the games by itself is pretty boring, as
mhm.
boring as it gets. But Funko itself is a very fun logo, and I love the crown on the O.
That is that crown, the F kind of being a little uh over the top. This is S tier. This is S tier.
It definitely is S tier, but it's like, oh, if they had tried to just make a new logo and had used that font they used for games,
Oh,
oh boy, would it have not been good.
oh my God. Oh, that'd be bad. That would be so bad. Oh boy. But let's talk about some good stuff. We got Mythic Games. I think they also have like Phoenix, a Phoenix version line of games in there, which is pretty cool, an orange version. Maybe that'll show up in a future episode. But this logo, I'm kind of trying to give me similar vibes to like Riot Games, where it's just very tough, like you're
Hmm.
forging something at the Fun Forge. Um, it's cool. I don't know. I don't know if it really hits it 100% though.
Yeah, I think it's a strong one though. It's pretty strong, and I think it does come together. It's interesting that it's like an M and a Y put together. I know that's the
Oh
first two
yeah,
letters,
that
but
is
I
true.
don't. It is a little strange.
But why? Because it's not like Mythic Games. I know it starts with MY, but those are from your
Right,
first word. But yeah,
right.
that is why it is that way. Because yeah, it's just then you see it, it's kind of like a separated type of M. It's cool. Um, I don't know what I in between B and A. What are you thinking?
That's where I was with it as well. I
Yeah.
think it might fall into B. No, and they're, I believe, out of business as well.
Yes, so we are breaking the trend. I think that is the first maybe out of business in the B category. Oh boy. Tell me a
Oh,
Porta Games is not out of business.
Porta Games. I don't know. I
Yeah,
hope not, but I do. This one has the we had the Gigamic with the creatures on it. This one just adds the creatures onto a black a Porta Games,
that's true.
and I like this one so much more.
That's true. That's true. The creature's much more in focus. Get to see a little more about his attitude, his facial expression. Um, the black's not too distracting, and I don't know, it's lowercase for some reason. That just really works for it. I don't know
Hmm.
why. Um,
The
Seems
P
really
kind of
cool.
drops down right before
Mhm.
the games. It's so
Yeah,
it's kind of offset because of that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do like that. So yeah, I think this one
I'd,
would be a
I'd put
low
it
A
in.
or B.
I'd put it in A. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Oh boy, Keymaster Games. Did they do parts? They,
think
who-
so.
I think so. Well, this is very zoomed out a logo here. I hope it's not that small on there. This is
They make it really small.
I I guess I don't know on the box, but I like the key. I like the key with the K. I wish that was the whole logo.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, but yeah, just has a key with a K on it, and then it still says Keymaster with another K to start Keymaster. I feel
Yeah.
like there's a way you could have done that to not have the K twice in a way.
Yeah.
But I do really like the key on its own.
Yeah. I guess
Uh,
maybe if the key was on its own, would it work? I think it would work.
I mean, you could probably. I mean, if you spent time, I think you could get it to work.
Yeah.
I don't know that you could immediately. I don't think you could just drop the K as is and just put
Yeah.
the key, move it over, and have it work. But I
Yeah.
think if you tried to put it into it, I think it could work. I think as it is, I'd put it in the B,
Yeah. I think so.
maybe even C. I don't.
Yeah, we'll have it in B there. We'll have it with the Whiz Kids. Boy, just a few left here. We have a Druid City Games. That's a really good logo.
That is a really good logo.
That is amazingly done. So much detail, so much art. Okay, I got the sun coming in on my face. It's like I'm right at the tree. It's so good.
Shining off of you. It
Yeah,
is
it's
shining.
like you look at that and it's like if that has all that detail when it's on the box, it's like how can any of these other logos live with themselves? They're
How can
not
they compete?
putting a whole park in their logo. It's amazing.
Yeah,
S
pretty
tier.
good. Pretty good.
Maybe the best of the
It
tier.
might be the best out of these ones.
Ooh,
And you got
button
Button
shy.
Shy.
I
We
like
got
it.
like some weird symbol there.
I don't
Pepper's gonna
know.
tell me what it is. It's
Are
some
those like
bubble.
buttons? Like, is that what it's supposed to be? I've
I
never
don't
known
know.
what those are. They should have dots in them if they're buttons, though.
Yeah, it's so weird
They're
because
connected.
a button is such a cool, unique thing
Yeah.
that your name is Button Shy. You'd think you would actually, if it maybe it is supposed to be buttons, but if it's not, it's like there wasn't a way to just put buttons into your logo because I feel like they're kind of a cool thing that you could use in a cool
Yeah.
way in a logo. So I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. I think so for sure.
And yeah, just because it's kind of a weird shape. It's a unique shape.
Yeah.
So
I
I'd probably still go into B. I don't like hate
yeah.
it for being something I don't really know what it is, but
Yeah. And we need some explanation, button shy. Maybe it'll move up.
explain yourselves.
Explain yourself. Ooh, Forbidden Games. Man, that one's right next to Stoneblade for me. That's a really cool logo, I think. Now that I'm looking
You
at it.
zoom in on just a little bit for me.
There we go. Got
Okay,
this
so is that like a flame there?
mountain with this face, and then yeah, kind of like a flame on the eye. It looks like you're playing Survivor with this great font, the match.
Yeah.
I guess it might not
Yeah.
be as good. Like it's nothing compared to Stoneblade, but so maybe it's just
It is a lot better than I thought. Originally, I thought it was just kind of a bit busy, messy, maybe.
oh yeah.
And now that I'm looking at it, it's not as bad as I thought, and I definitely put it higher than I would have initially thought. So
I'm thinking
I'll let it go in A.
A, yeah. Ooh, Mindware, which feels like a very mainstream type of thing. We got a little maze in here. We've had a maze in a previous one, we think.
And a brain. We have a brain this time.
It's a
We're
brain
kind of going
maze.
back to that.
It's a really
Anyway,
good logo. This is a really, really good logo. This is a better brain than we've had before. It's a better maze than we've had before.
it's
Um,
true.
he should be more concerned that his brain is being exposed like this. I like it. I think it does its job. I don't think it's S tier, but probably
Yeah, I think
between.
because the face is I don't know, a little bit more cartoonish than I'd maybe like. I think that hurts it just slightly. But I think it's
Yeah,
still very solid and it works for just being kind of a round, circle,
yeah,
doing a brain. I
yeah.
think it's a cool way to do it.
Thinking between
B.
B or A. What are you thinking? B?
Yeah, probably B.
And we got, yeah, we accidentally have two pops here, so it just makes the S tier twice. And then we have this Comet. I don't know the name of the company.
So just Comet Games.
Is it Comet Games?
Where did I put Life of the Amazonia?
That would make sense.
Don't remember.
But yeah, very simplistic, cartoonish type of art here. I like the Comet. He's cute.
He is cute.
But I think like maybe the color choice is just a little too dark. It doesn't pop as much as I would like it to.
Hmm. Yeah, I would agree. I think because it's going for kind of a little bit of a cartoonish looking comet, I think it's just a bit too dark to just doesn't feel like that blends together right.
Yeah.
Quite right.
Yeah. So
It's not bad, but I'd probably put that down in B somewhere.
yeah, I think so. So that's all 50 for this episode. I guess is there any quick movements that we should move up to S tier or anything like that?
Yeah, that Snowdale design I think might move into S tier for me.
Yeah, yeah. You can see it. It is a really, really solid one, and it seems like it's framed in a square, but it doesn't actually have like a square background too, which is
Hmm.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I can
feel
see catch-up games and all play going into A potentially, but at the same time, I mean
yeah,
it's pretty close
yeah.
no matter where they
I've
were.
seen so many. I'm like, oh, I could see like the first like five of these A's going into S tier, but if I start, it'll never stop.
Right,
'Cause,
right, and they can't all be that good, can they?
they
They
can't
can't
all be.
all be that good.
They can't all be. Tell us what you would do with these games, with
Yeah, what
these
did we get wrong? What did we do
logos.
wrong here?
Yes, is Final Frontier the most modern, most new, fresh looking logo and actually belongs in S tier?
Yes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you made it this far, we appreciate it. You can give us a thumbs up, subscribe for future ones of these, and like I said, let us know more logos. I think this one, we'll probably put these first three out kind of close to each other, and then we'll maybe do another one a little later on if we get any suggestions. I think we did have a few more left over, so it may not be a list of 50 of them, but in the future. But yeah. The more the merrier. So let us know in the comments below which ones we have missed over these first three. So you got to go back and watch hours of these things. But yeah, otherwise subscribe for future tier lists as well. Let us know if you have any ideas of things we could do in these tier lists, and we'd love to do it. But otherwise, we hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.